Hey kids, welcome back to Worth the Spin. I'm your host, Jack. Yep, just Jack today. We're not cooking today. We're taking a little bit of a break from cooking because my arm is tired of stirring so much. That's what it is. Alright, now really. So, I did a little traveling the other day and picked up a few new things. So I thought I would do a little updated collection video. And then we'll go back to stirring up that delicious beetle soup y'all like so much. Alrighty, so just to show that I do listen to other music other than just the Beatles, in case you were wondering. So I've had I took a couple of records. We had a record show coming up this Sunday, which I'm kind of looking forward to. It's a guy there had some nice Beatle albums last time that I kind of liked that I got and really didn't have the money. Don't really have the money this time, but I made a little extra money and put it back, and I'm hoping to pick a couple of those up if he's got them. I'm also looking to get some more singles, because my singles collection's missing a few things, and I just kind of like to get that done and over with, you know. I do listen to singles. I do listen to 45s. I don't listen to them all that much, but I do listen to them every now and then, just Beatle ones, because it's too much work to do other bands. And other bands, you know, that stuff's on all the albums. Yeah, I know, the Beatles ones are on the albums too, but don't get me started on that. Still going to buy them, still going to listen to them. So, can't change my mind there. Anyway, alrighty. Anyhow, so I'm hoping to get a few things down there, so we'll see. I might try to make a video down there. Last time I went, I tried to do one, but it didn't work very well. Number one, they're playing music, and I can't tell them not to play it, and that gets me into that whole area of the copyright fight with YouTube again, and not going down that road. So we'll see how it goes. I can do some silent video and try to do a voiceover. Be just like the 1920s, wouldn't it? The good old talkies. We'll think about it. Alrighty, anyhow. So, I had some credit, and I was kind of saving it, and basically the place where I was saving it for, a guy's not getting in. I was hoping to get the John Lennon album in. I can't get an answer out of him, and finally it's like, you know, he's doesn't know, and I kind of gave up on it. And he put it on his website, and he's charging a whole lot more for it than what it retails for. I know small shops, you got to charge a little bit more, but there is a limit. So I'm going with an alternate retailer in order to get it. I'm getting the 4LP version because that has the afternoon and evening concerts, and that's really all I'm interested in. There was a chance, and I missed it. Walmart, as crazy as it seems, and I know you use Walmart and crazy in the same sentences, and automatically you scratch your head and like, yeah. But so they had on their website the big deluxe 12, 14 CD set, whatever it was, for it's like $96 or $98. It's like a $240 set. So it was like $96, $98. And that's kind of crazy. But I found out about it, but I missed the boat on that one, unfortunately. So if you were one of those who got that, that's pretty awesome. I wish I could have got that, because that's used price there. If I find that used, it's probably about what I'm going to pay for it, maybe a tad bit more. But yeah, that's kind of crazy that they were selling that for that price. So I missed the boat on that, and that kind of stinks. But I'll worry about down the road picking it up, because I'm not putting that much out for it right now. I apologize. Technical difficulties. There's always a few. Alrighty. So anyhow, well, hopefully I'll find it down the road later on and get it cheap. I've gotten some of the big fancy box sets, and I have found them used. So when you find them used, they're a lot more affordable. And I don't mind waiting a little bit. I watch other YouTube guys, and Beetle Dustino and Beetle Dave and stuff like that, and they all get these sets, and I listen to them and see the reviews of them, what all's on them. Then I just wait till a little bit later on, and then I pick them up when I can get them more reasonable price, more reasonable for me. As a matter of fact, and part of this whole trade deal that I did, I picked up the used Plastic Ono Band Ultimate Deluxe set. I don't have that in my stack right here. We'll look at that later though. But I did get it. It was not used, it was brand new, but it was at a heavily discounted price, so I got that included with my trade, so that's pretty cool. So it's nice to have that. It's one of my all-time favorite John Lennon albums. That and Walls and Bridges. It's kind of a fight for me. I mean, John's just, you got Plastic Ono Band, Imagine, Mind Games, and Walls and Bridges. And I love those 4 albums. The most, as I think John says, most creative and most emotional, on these albums. And I think that they are fantastic. I've always thought, until the Ultimate Mix redo of Mind Games came out, a lot of people just kind of shove Mind Games off like it's, I've always thought Mind Games was an excellent album. It was a little bit heavy as far as the production of it, and that it is a little hard, heavy, and hard to listen to and stuff. But I love Mind Games. I've always thought Mind Games is one of John's very best albums. I love the songs on there, and I love the album. So I know a lot of people are waking up to it now with the new enhanced and remastered one, and that's great. I'm glad to see that people are finding out that Mind Games is really not the back burner album that they thought it was. It really does deserve to be out there, along with Walls and Bridges and Imagine and that. So that's pretty cool there. So I'm hoping to pick the new one up down the road at a more reasonable price. Maybe find it used, or there's one place I go to, and they hang on to those sets for so long, and then they knock them down to like less than half of what they retail for. They have a Let It Be right now, but I got to have Let It Be Anniversary Edition for this is a tad bit over $100. It's like crazy. I've already got it, and I think I got mine for like less than that. I got mine like $80. So with shipping, so that's pretty crazy. But yeah, so they're out there. You just look for them. Moving on. So my other finds that I've picked up through this little around the trade the other day. I didn't want to spend any money because I'm trying to save it for this Sunday for the record show. So I used up some trade that I had, and I took some stuff I was going to take down there and trade, and it's like, ooh, this is cool. And the John Lennon set was part of that, because I was going to kind of like, I'll just get the cash value, which isn't that great. Cash never is that great. But I seen that John Lennon set, and it was really knocked down big time. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get that. So I had a few bucks left over, so I got a few other things. And then, like I said, I had credit somewhere else, and I just used that because I'm tired of getting a run around on this guy if he's getting in what I asked, So anyhow, let's move on with some of my finds. So one of the things I picked up is the newly remixed 2 LP set of Whitesnake's greatest hits. Big Whitesnake fan, so I'm looking forward to this. I haven't gotten a chance to listen to it yet. This is black vinyl, which is cool. Everything is colored vinyl now. I know everybody really digs the colored vinyl thing. I'm just not a fan of colored vinyl. I've accepted it because everything you get, is colored vinyl. Pretty much everything is colored vinyl. So I've just accepted it, and no big deal, whatever. But I don't know. I'm just not a fan of colored vinyl. And I know originally the black vinyl is tinted colored. It's tinted black because vinyl originally is a clear color, if you know that or not. And I love the clear ones. I just think those are so freaking cool. But other than that, I'm just not a big fan of the colored and the splattered and the, swirls, and they just don't grab me. It's just don't grab me. The music's what I'm worried about more than anything. So as long as the music's good, I'm fine with whatever color vinyl. But I am a fan of black. So anyway, so I got this. So this is pretty cool. That's your front cover. And this would be your gatefold. Lots of info and lyrics there. And behind the records, this would be your back cover showing all Whitesnake's other albums. Not all of them, but most of, looks like most of them. There's some missing off of here. But I don't think they put songs from all the other albums on here, because some of those early ones really aren't that popular with mainstream fans. Alright, another one I picked up is this. The new Motley Crue's Greatest Hits. Now, I know you're saying, man, you're a Crue fan, you got all the albums. That's true. But I don't have all of them. I haven't bought like Dogs of War or Canceled, because from what I've heard of those, they're not very good albums, so I'm not really crazy about them, so I haven't picked those up. And a couple of those songs are on here. Plus it has the new version of Home Sweet Home with Dolly Parton, how can you pass that up? That sells the album by itself. Not really. But I am interested in hearing that. I haven't heard it yet. As you know, I'm not a streaming guy and stuff like that, so I don't pay a lot of attention to a lot of the streaming things and stuff. So this is your front cover of it, and I put the hype sticker down there. Usually I like to peel these off if they come off and stick them onto the protector that I put the record in. I just like to do that. But some of them, they stick and you can't get them off. So I just tear around it and just stuck it in there, so I still got it. Hype stickers are very important to people when they buy used albums. I don't know why. I don't mind them being on there. I like them. But it doesn't make or break for me. I've always been a person that when I bought albums all these years, I would cut the hype stickers off and stick them in the albums. Just did that. This is your inside. Still amazed that companies are spending money on gatefold covers. They used to be one of the big things that were like, woo, record companies like, wow, gatefold, that's a lot of money. And most of them are all kind of like this. I'm not saying anything negative about it. It's fine, but basically it's the front cover. So there's nothing great in there. You're not going to hang this on your wall. So you could just, I guess being a 2-record thing, I guess you needed a gatefold. Anyway, this is the back. It has the songs listed on it. It's got all the great classics. I love Motley Crue. Like I said, it's got some stuff on there because I don't have those albums because from what I've heard of them, they're not that great. So I just am not, putting that $35, $40 down for them is kind of a big chunk of money that for an album I might not really listen to. So I try not to do that. But love Motley Crue, so new greatest hits, I got that. Besides, it was free. We also got, so this one here was kind of a frivolous thing. It really kind of not worth the money, but I love Ted Nugent. I love the song. The song's hard to find on the original album. So they did this EP, I don't know, a year or two ago, and the EP sold out really quick. And he managed to have one sitting in a section of new Nugent stuff, which was under N. Makes sense. But all the older Ted Nugent was in a different section under Ted Nugent. So it's a weird filing system. I don't know. So anyway, I found this in there. So it's only got one song. It has 4 versions of that song. It's Fredbear. And it's a great song. It's one of those, what we call in my area is kind of a Keishi classic, lone classic thing. And it got played every now and then because it didn't get a big fan following on the regular station, but when they do the little special things, played in one song that is a lot of people want to hear, but that's not like for regular rotation, I guess we'd say, and they would play it. So this has a single version on here, which is fine with me. That's the version that I know and I like. And it has a Hunt Music Jam. It's just a longer version. He's talking to this guy, Fredbear, and if you know the story, he was a big legendary hunter, and Ted Nugent was a huge fan because he's a huge hunter. And this guy passed away, and he had this spiritual moment, and this song came out. That's the story of it. It's a great song. So anyway, that's your front cover for the EP, and this is the EP with 4 songs. It's the same song, just different versions. One's live. This is your back cover. It gives you some history on the song and stuff like that. And this is your vinyl. I'm not going to take it out. I'm just too lazy right now. It's orange vinyl. Because again, everybody has to do a color vinyl. And that's fine. We'll let that go. Alrighty. Then we got another Ted Nugent. But this is Amboy Dukes. This is another album that's hard to find. Another Ted Nugent song that I really love. And not being able to find the original album, I just got this repress since I had the trade-in was free, and it's Amboy Dukes Tooth and Fang, and it is on red marble vinyl. This is your front cover. And this is your back cover. Not much to see there. And this is, whoa, that's an empty sleeve. There's no record in here. What in the... No, it's here. It's on a turntable. I was listening to it this morning, and I haven't taken it back off my turntable, so it's on there. But it's a red marble vinyl again. Colored vinyl. That's the way to go. Alrighty, so there's that. Then I picked this up, which is one that I should have had in my collection, but I've just never over the years gotten around to picking it up again because it's one you kind of need, but it's not a great album. It's neat to have the alternate takes on there for the songs from Walls and Bridges. I'm looking forward for the remastering and all that for Walls and Bridges, which should be the next one to come out. So I'm looking forward to that because that is one of my top favorite John Lennon albums. So this is Man Love Avenue, and it is a first pressing. It's your front cover. And this would be your back cover. Alrighty, alright. And it's got, some outtakes from the rock and roll sessions and Walls and Bridges on there, basically, is what this is. And this would be your vinyl. It's on the Capitol label, old Rainbow label that they brought back in the 80s for a while to capitalize, I think capitalize on the Beatles releases that were coming out right after John's passing. So they were putting all them out, went from the purple onto the rainbow again to kind of, capitalize on that or whatever the reason was. So I got that, so that's good. So that's knocked out. I picked up a couple more. Oh, here, let's do these first. So I found a couple more singles. This one place I go to, they're good about getting Beatles singles in, but they get a lot of foreign ones in. For a long time, I was just like, but now I've kind of taken more of an interest in the foreign ones because covers are different, and the songs not all. There's some slight differences on some here and there, but for the most part, it's the same song. But still, it's kind of cool to have that. Once you start collecting something, you like collect it. That's kind of what you do. So you collect or you don't. And it's just, my mindset is to collect. I don't collect anybody else's albums the way I do the Beatles because they're my true musical love is the Beatles. So they're different collecting theirs in that fashion. All right, so this is a French 45. No, it's a French EP from 64-65 is what I got off of everybody's favorite website in the world, Discogs. And but I believe it's more of a late 65 pressing because it mentions songs on here that are on other EPs or 45s, like No Reply, I'm a Loser, Michelle, Run for Your Life. So we're in the 65, towards the end of 65 there. So I believe this is a 65 pressing. I don't think it's an original pressing. And this is your cover, which is kind of cool. And this would be your back cover of Los Beatles. And all that stuff's not on there. It only has 4 songs on it. I Want to Hold Your Hand, It Won't Be Long, I Want to Be Your Man, Until There Was You. And this is the label, the record itself. And it's kind of crazy. It's got that little pop-out center thing that they did in Europe. And that's kind of cool. I like that. Because you don't have to put your 45 adapter on your turntable. So I really like that. That's kind of cool. So that is Los Beatles 45 for you. All right. Then we have another one. This is a Swedish 45. And this is just Long Tall Sally and I Call Your Name. This is kind of a cool cover. Autographs, of course, are fake, but it's still kind of cool. And this would be your cover for it. And this is a first press, by the way, from 1964. And I've asked them before, and people just bring things in. So it's just kind of weird how some of this stuff shows up. And this is your back cover. And if you look at the top, it almost looks like the cutout there that you would see in a jukebox. So that's kind of cool. I haven't done a lot of research on this. I don't usually have a lot of time. I say that. And I spend a lot of mornings here just like staring at the wall. So I must have more time than I think. But so I don't know a whole lot of history on this one. Just that it's on Oda. It's a black label. Swedish. Sounds really good. It's got fake autographs. It's pretty cool. So that goes in the collection. And then the last one I picked up, and I've seen this a few times, and I've just kind of passed on it. And this one is a repress from 64. It's on a Tolly label. It's the yellow. There's a few different variations. Also, again, this is one that there's a lot of bootlegs floating around on it. Let me show you the. Sorry. Take this and that guy always doing something wrong. All right. So this is the cover for you, the Beatles. Love Me Do and P.S. I Love You. Back cover is the same, not missing nothing there. And, oh, sorry. I bet you love that. And again, this is just a repress from '64. There's a lot of different versions of it. There's a lot of bootleg ones. This one I'm pretty sure is not a bootleg, but it is a repress. This would be your label. The original is much fatter font. It doesn't have the barcodey thing. And that's your other side. That's pretty exciting. Alright, so other than that, the next two things I picked up, which were pretty much dirt cheap, which is cool. They were like $1 a piece. And Ringo has some albums that he's not done on vinyl. They're still just CD only. So I'm trying to get those, even though I don't really listen to CDs hardly at all. But I am starting to pick them up because if they're not going to put them on vinyl, then I'm going to be listening to them on CD. So we have Ringo Starr's third All-Star Band, Volume 1. And this was a Blockbuster exclusive CD. It's your front cover. This would be your back cover with your liner for the third All-Star Band. And this would be your CD itself. A Ringo with really long hair. Longer than I ever remember seeing him with. So it's kind of weird. But kind of cool. And again, this was a Blockbuster exclusive. So that's kind of cool. And then the last one is Liverpool 8. Not a Ringo Starr album I'm very crazy about. But there you go. It's the front. And there's your back. And in case you're wondering, that is your inside. And that's a Ringo with short hair, folks. That's right, short hair. Alright, there you go. I have not listened to either one of them yet. Even though I have a CD player in my truck, I haven't listened to them yet. I do have one of the discs from the John Lennon set-in. I've listened to it 7 times over because I'm too lazy to take another CD out to the truck and switch it out. That's how much I listen to CDs. Alright, but I had to have that. It's got all the cool bonus stuff on there, and I'm going to get it listened to. I just don't have a CD player hooked up in my room, which I'm working on. And that way I can listen to it in the mornings when I'm up way too early and I listen to my music. So, alright, that's what I got. Like I said, other than that, there's the John Lennon Plastic Ono Band box set, which is over yonder there. And we'll look at that next time. I'll tell you what, next Beatles soup we do, we'll take a look at that real quick too. Because our next Beatles soup's not a real long recipe either. It's going to be another one of those kind of short recipes. Not much going on with it. So we'll take a look at that and then we'll cut into a little Beatles soup for you. Because I know you love that soup recipes. Alright. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I seem to be getting more views and a couple more subscribers. Somebody out there is liking this, and that's pretty awesome. Makes me feel good to know that I'm doing something that somebody enjoys watching, you know. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That just makes my ego happy, saying, hey, somebody likes your videos. Subscribe. You'll know when I do more videos. Trying to do them on a weekly schedule. Sometimes maybe twice a week. But we'll see how that goes. So, again, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Hope you got something out of this. And I hope you watch some of my past videos and enjoy those. And going forward, I hope you watch some of my future videos. Yeah, I will be traveling in the future making videos, kids. And hopefully you'll like those. Alright, that's all I got for you today. I got to go. I got a therapy session on my neck or some goofy stuff. So we got to go take care of that and do some other stuff today. But I wanted to get this in real quick. Thanks for watching. I hope you'll watch my next video. If you like it, give it a like, maybe subscribe. And hey, use vinyl as your soundtrack for life today. We always have a soundtrack to our life. Make it a vinyl soundtrack. You'll always remember those little quiet chirps and stuff. Clicking and little, I love that. Anyway, make it whatever you want. Just put a soundtrack to your life. Make it happy music. Be kind to one another out there. Again, too much unkindness going on out there. It's just getting crazy. Let's not be a part of it, guys. Let's do like John says. Ringo's taking over this whole mantra, which is cool. Ringo Starr, peace and love. So let's do that. Let's show a little love to everybody out there. Let's do one good deed for somebody today. Just one. Do one a day. I'm telling you, by the end of the week, you're gonna feel so good. You're gonna start doing 2 a day. So we're all brothers and sisters on this crazy planet. So like John Lennon says, all you need is love. And cheeseburgers. Oh, pizza. Pizza, too. Pizza's really good. So love, cheeseburgers, and pizza. That's all you need. That's a happy recipe for life. I'll see y'all next video. Take care. Thanks for watching. And be safe out there in that crazy world.